What's up, guys? Today we've got a really cool build. This is a old 1993 Trek Antelope mountain bike. I got it with a 26-inch wheel set that, we'll be using to build this up. You can see the paint's in really good shape for its age. Most of the logos have survived. It actually still has the original plastic protection on the front Trek logo, so we'll be taking it off. And like and subscribe if you want to see more builds like this in the future. Bottom bracket definitely had some grit to it, did not spin very smoothly, so we're going to go ahead and replace that right away. Bottom bracket came out with pretty much no issues. You can see here the threads are in really good shape. So no rust at all in this frame, which is really cool to see. Headset is definitely in need of a little refresh. Grease is pretty much completely worn out, but the bearing races were really good shape, so we'll be able to just clean everything up, put in some new grease, and be good to go. Giving the frame a quick clean, and then we're also going to do a polish. Really want to make that paint just come through as much as possible. This frame had most likely been sitting somewhere for a long time, so lots of old grime right around the bottom bracket that took a while of scrubbing just to get off, but I'm really happy with how the paint's turning out. Gonna just use a single stage automotive polish on this frame. Nothing too crazy, just a quick go around to kind of freshen up the paint as much as possible. This is an old Shimano crank set I got at a bike swap. It was only 12 bucks, but it's actually in pretty good shape and came with the original box, which I thought was kind of cool. Still gonna break it down to give it a good clean and a quick polish as well. I got this polish was free with some polishing pads I got a while back, but it works really well. It's not too aggressive, but just brings a shine back to any old metal components. And there we go, ready to go back on the bike. This is just a newer Shimano bottom bracket I got. Matched the same size to the original as far as the width. Giving a quick clean to the threads. Since this will be a 21 speed bike, just got a basic Shimano rear derailleur. Even reusing the same old bearings, just fresh grease and a clean makes such a huge difference on these old headsets. Tying it down just so there's no more play, and yeah, that's feeling so much better. I wanted to get a really clean look, so I used a couple spacers that I had with the stem adapter. These are brand new Surly truck stop bars I got for like $20, but I feel like they work pretty well on these old mountain bikes because they give you some extra rise. That's why I also use such a short stem here, just to give it a more relaxed position. Shifters are a little hard to find on these 7-speeds, but I found a pair for 40 bucks of older Shimanos. They're not amazing, but they actually work pretty well and fairly easy to set up. I ended up replacing the rear brakes with a brand new pair of Tektros. I just couldn't get these cantilevers I had lying around to really work as well as I wanted to, even with the new pads. For the front brakes, I actually used an adapter I had to use standard V-brakes with the drop levers. It actually worked pretty well, and yeah, probably be using this in the future just because setting up V-brakes is so straightforward. Now all that's left is to get the shift and brake cables on, get everything dialed in, and it'll be pretty much ready to ride. We're pretty much almost done. I was really excited with how this bike was starting to look. I think this color scheme that Trek was using back then still looks so good today. Just to stick with the orange theme, I went ahead and got some orange bar tape. And yeah, pretty much after this, I just have a couple final things to finish, and then we're done. I found a 3D printed file for some bar ends, so go ahead and print those up. And they actually worked really well. I did not have a front derailleur that had fit. The original one I got was the wrong size, but I was able to pick up this one, and yeah, was able to open it up so I could kind of fit it around the chain and not have to take the chain off before getting installed. I used a Jaguar inline cable adjuster here when installing the front derailleur. It's pretty much mandatory when you're installing drop bars on these old mountain bikes. It makes it so much easier to adjust the front derailleur. And the quality of the Jaguar kit for those is really great. And here we are, that's about it. I'm going to be putting up a cost breakdown on the screen here in a couple seconds. And you can kind of see roughly how much I paid for about every part. I try to track everything, but some things I have laying around, so you just have to guess. But all in, I was about $400 for this, which, considering, is not too bad. I was able to end up selling this bike for around $500, so made a little bit back, but really not a whole lot considering the time. Stay tuned for more. I've got a couple old cyclocross bikes I'm building up, so you'll see those on the channel soon. And yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.